Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss and welcome to Colony Survival, a game I've played a little bit of, just as a test, but all this is going to be blind. I don't really know. It's you can probably guess from the title, it's a colony building game. Looks quite simplistic, but there's some interesting wrinkles in here that I quite like, and it's gonna. I can't really deal with a complicated game right now. The reason I haven't uploaded anything for quite a while is I'm just a bit too busy, really, and most of the time I also lack the energy to do the fun stuff of my hobby. Anyway, should we just get in and make a new world, and I'll bring you back in a moment. Okay, here we go. Stuff about how to get started. Don't worry, I know the basics of how to get started. Don't we, little blackbird or whatever you are, or robin possibly. Now, I know what you're thinking. We're all thinking it when you see a start like this. We're thinking of a particular game. It's not quite like, I will punch a tree at some point. It's not really about that. And in fact, a lot of things about this game are the fact that you don't really do that much. In fact, you can't do very much. You're, well, we'll get into that. It's not about us doing it. We're the king. We're in charge. We're not going to be doing peasant work. We'll get peasants for that. So, at the start, there's not really a lot of threats to worry about as far as I go. Ooh. Okay. So what I'm looking for here is I want some water. I want some flattish ground, although we can flatten ground if we want to. And we want I quite like that mountain. I want that mountain at some point. I don't quite know. I know I need snowy mountains for certain resources. I don't really know the best way to do that, but right now I'm trying to find a good place to do it. Now we are going to get, as we develop the colony, we are going to get bothered by people. Not even people. Monsters are going to turn up. Zombies mostly. They're going to bother us and annoy us. So we're going to need to think about defences. But right now, I don't think they actually turn up at all at any point until we're quite progressed. This is interesting, isn't it? I like this. I'm thinking maybe we're going to need a bit of room. How much room I don't know, and that expands as we go along. But again, things I'm learning, just bits that I sort of know about. A little island here. Is that actually an island? Like a little isthmus. Is that the right word? An isthmus? Isthmus in the middle of the river? I don't think I can drown. Let's find out, shall we? I have high life points over there. 100 life points. Is this an island? I don't think we're going to build on the island. Well, I don't think we're going to build on the island yet. We might do later. What if we I'm not sure how the monsters feel about water. What if we build? This is a lovely flat bit. What if we build over here? On my little test piece to do just a little bit of building and find out how everything works, and some sound tests. Oh, that wasn't too loud, by the way. The splish flashing through the water. I had quite a different bit of environment when I built now. But being in sight of that and having the wet stuff and trees over here. We'll go and get some trees later. That seems quite good. Let's just build here, shall we? So the first thing we need to do is our banner. Start a new colony. Yeah, sure. Let's be leesus's colony. There we go. It's our flag. That's our focal point, really. If you look at the top left, we've got the day, we've got the beds, we've got colonists, and we've got unemployed. And the top right, we've got a number of meals. We start off with a few meals. Points I'm not really sure about how that works, but there we go. Ammo, we don't worry about that. No threat level. So we need to get some stuff done, don't we really? And to do that, we need. So if we look at this, we can move this banner around and things later, but worry about that in a bit. A command tool, yeah, we can summon some people. Now, of course, what we need now is you can see the sort of stuff we can have in here. We need some food. And you want to start with some food. Let's start with some berries, shall we? So let's make a berry farmer. So then we just prescribe an area. Which button? It's the right button, isn't it? There we go. With which to have. Now, what's the best way of doing this? I can't remember. It's a maximum size, so 48 probably. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Berry farmer. What we're lacking, unfortunately, of course, is a dude to do it. We need a person. We need a person in here. So, I'm trying to work out how to do this. Colony. So stockpile the stuff that we carry. We've got some beds and things with us right now as well. Science we'll get onto in a bit. Colony points. I don't know how you earn points. Maybe just prescribe points. So we'll worry about it later. Colony. We've got no beds. You need beds before. No one's going to turn up here without a bed to sleep in. Why the heck would they? We're not savages. Put them in our inventory there. There we go. We don't actually need 12 beds right now, but we'll do it. And we'll put down a bed. And right now, no one really cares about where it is. Actually, should we do better than that? Let's spin that around a little bit. If we're going to build a little terrible bunkhouse, let's build it over here. So the guy doesn't have to walk too far to get to his bed, to get to his workplace. Here we go. There you go. A bed. So now we can get a peasant in. We can do recruit to fill all jobs, or recruit to fill all beds. For now, we'll just do fill jobs. There he is. Hello, little fella. How are you doing? So he's got a red shirt on now. He's a red shirt because he's going to make berries. There he goes. He's planting berries. Good job. There we go. Berries are worth food. And it's basic food, obviously. I mean, you don't want to spend all day eating berries, do you? But that's what he's going to do. He's going to plant berries. And then once he's planted all the berries, he's going to harvest the berries and he's going to drop them off over here. Hopefully the meals will come up. But this is not quite enough, is it? We're not going to get very far with one berry farmer. What sort of king has one berry farmer? Huh? What sort of peasant do you... I'm not a peasant. What sort of crappy king do you think I am? No, we're going to have a few more peasants. So we're going to get them... We'll get them in moderately slowly. You know what? That's a trick. Once you've played a game like this once, it's like something like City Skylines. Once you I know the rules, I know what I need to set up, you start blasting through the early game. And if you're not careful, that's when you can hit problems. Because, for example, if I recruit too many peasants right now, I could strangle my economy. So let's not rush out and just get 5 full, Sleeping already? Okay, fine. You're fine. We'll leave you there to sleep. If I do it too fast, I might cause problems. So let's get another berry farmer. No. Here we go. The birds are singing. Oh my god. It's night time when the monsters are out. Monsters aren't out yet. The game is... I don't know how the game used to be, but it's fairly nice now. It gives you a gentle start. I am on normal mode, so maybe it's different on hard mode. But right now, I've got no way of dealing with monsters, and if they did turn up, so I couldn't defend my guys anyway. And of course, later on, I'm not going to do any defending. Again, I'm the king. I might help out a little bit, but I'm going to have people for that. How dark is it going to get? Lovely sky. How dark is it going to get? Too dark for the sea? On YouTube? I don't know. I'll carry on working. Let's put a torch down, actually. I won't put it too near this fella because it will ruin his sleep. But we'll put a torch down. There we go. Let's get out. Before I talk a bit more about items and things. No, not berry farmers. Let's... this is where I start forgetting things. Let's get a forester in. Yeah, why not? We have 2 berry farmers and a forester. Because we need trees. We've got some trees we can cut down. Too narrow for trees. What sort of size are we after here? Don't actually know. Oh wow, it's a big old space, isn't it? Probably 100 then. There we go. And we'll recruit. There we go. 2 more guys. We've got a new berry farmer and a forester. They're all going for a kip because it's night time. And they don't do very much with their lives. This is all they're going to do from now on. Is they're going to grow trees and berries and that's it. That's their life now. But they do get a chance to at least rest at night. I'm not going to be so mean as to give them a job. So, let's look at some things in here. First of all, put the beds back. There's a bit of a split between what's in your... This is the colony inventory. And what's in your hotbar. Okay, we'll come into that why that's important later. But it means that it restricts what can be done where. And if, for example... you've got a build order for beds. If I've got all the beds in my inventory, I'm not out of beds, but the colony might start making more beds because I'm carrying them all in my hand rather than then seeing them. Okay, it's important to not just have everything in your inventory bar, and you can only carry so many things at the moment anyway. So there's a bunch of things we can make in here. Okay, we can't make very much ourselves. We have to have someone to do it for us because we're simply not allowed to, whether we feel like being kingly or not and getting our lily white hands wet or dirty. We can't do very much. One of the basic things we can do is make a tinkerer's table, and that will allow us to do a lot more things. So we're going to do that in a moment. We need some material. We need some log, and we need some stone. We also got science in here as well. Science is important. This is the tech tree. Not that it looks like a tree, but it is kind of. The other things we need to unlock from here, and we're going to need certain items to make these progress. So, for example, I want wheat. I want some wheat because wheat is better than berries. Berries are crap. Berries aren't very good. We want wheat so we can make some delicious gruel out of it. Yum, 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 yum. But we need stone tools for that, so you can see the progression going on here. What we really need, though, is it to be daytime. That would be nice. Once it's daytime, we'll go and get some materials to do the next step. Beautiful. Dawn is breaking. The peasants will be up soon with the birds, and over here we're going to go and punch a tree. We have to do some tree punching, sadly, but that's never mind. Oh, berries. We'll deforest later. I'm not sure if those can be used in any way. Possibly if I can punch this bush, I'll get like a single berry out of it. A single berry's not going to do anybody any good, is it really? But there we go. Right. Punch a tree. Nice and easy, see? There's not really any tool requirements or any nonsense like that. I hope it's not too loud. It might be. We'll find out later. If I'm busting your eardrums, I'm dreadfully sorry. I think my recordings tend to be quieter than what I'm putting up with in the actual game. There we go. Yeah, just punch a few trees, get the logs out. Get your logs out, and then we can make torches as we go. All that does is use up logs of various sort. We've got temperate logs. Oh, we've got different logs. What log have we actually got? We've got a mixture. We've got tiger logs and we've got temperate logs. But we need some stone rubble for this. So right now, even though we're miles away from the colony, what I can do is just do that. I can just click everything into there. And I can also split stacks as well with a right click. So nice basic things. Look, you can see the boys over there. The boys over there doing berries. Doing berries. And of course, although I'm punching a tree, this gentleman over here is busy working on alleviating me of that labour by planting some trees. And once he's planted the trees, I think he chops them down as well. If I've not, someone else will chop them down for me. But what we need now is stone. And I would like to build into a mountainside. But to make it easier, well, then we'll just dig a hole here, really. Let's dig a hole here. There we go. Nice and easy. Let's mark it off with a torch. Let's just keep the torch in our hands so we don't lose light entirely. Down through the dirt. There might be use for this dirt later, but I don't know. We'll worry about it later. We're looking for stone. Now, although you may be thinking, oh, I'm getting the hang of this game now, I know what's going on now. How we do things as the king and rightful ruler of this land doesn't apply how the peasants do things. Okay, we'll come to that in a bit. I don't know what I'm looking for. We're getting stone rubble, of course. Actually, can we do that now? We can just build one now, can't we? Yes, we can just build one. So this is using... sometimes it's using things out of here, sometimes it's using things out of here. We're going to use this building things out of our inventory here. Let's just build a tinkerer's table. We'll stick that down in a minute. And while we're here, can we do some science? We need stone rubble. But this is the classic case of where things are located. So right now, our stone rubble is in our hand. But if I do that, and then we go to science, now we can do it. We can make a miner. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Ding, ding, ding. There we go. We've got a ding, ding. We've got a miner. We can make a new peasant. Is what we can do. We've got pottery. We can't do that yet. We need stone tools for this, and we need stone tools for that. But anyway, let's go and find a place to put our miner. Yeah? Because right now, there ain't nothing to mine, mate. Well, actually, that's not true. We can mine stone. But let's, we can make a little quarry. I might do that on the surface, actually, rather than do it down the hole. I'm not finding nothing so far. I thought I would, find it by now. I'm in no joy. I don't know how deep you've got to go. Is that stone... It's my imagination. Is this stone changing colour? It is. Okay, we're on the darker stone now. That's good. That's a good thing. So there is a... Last time I was building up on a hillside and it got to the darker stone sooner. This, if I'm not mistaken, is copper. Yeah? Now, if I were to do this right now... Oh, it's gone! Oh no! We need some more copper. No, we don't actually. We don't actually need more copper. Because the way I might dig things up by ripping them out of the ground, If I was to put a miner down here, which I shall do, or rather, I've actually... good point. I forgot that I haven't made one yet. Well, okay, hold that thought. Keep that thought in your big brain. We'll come back to that. Yeah? Because I'm forgetting something important. We need a tinkerer's bench. I don't think it needs to be in... Are you busy over there? Well, I'm sorry they haven't grown yet, but, you know, you're planting. You're in charge of the planting business. So you just have to wait a bit longer, fella, then you'll have some trees soon. If we build... Let's have a workshop over here, maybe, yeah? I want to have it indoors. I don't know if it makes a difference to have it indoors or not, but we'll probably put it indoors. We need a new person. Where are you? Come over here. Come on. Get over here and start tinkering. Now, the tinker's bench has a certain set lot of jobs. So, for example, first of all, needs to make beds. We don't actually need to make beds. We've got enough beds already. But it's starting to do something over here. They've got a building for crates, planks, and everything else. So they will make all of these, and you can see on the right-hand side, there's a priority status about how much to make these things, and then there's how many you want in stock of all these things. And there you go. Tinker's kind of nice. Tinker's going to make the tools for us that we need for elsewhere. But right now, what he's doing is going over there. Are you going to bed already? Don't you dare go to bed yet. The only way to collect items right now is from the flag, right? They have to walk to the flag, which is fine for these guys because they're quite close to the flag. The tinker's got a bit of a walk. He's not efficient. So let's get a crate. And what we can do here, if I put the crate here, let's have a think about how I'm going to lay this out. Let's put a crate here. Every time they're making some tools. Every time this guy finishes some tools, sticks them in the box, which rather than won't mean you have to walk all the way over there all the time to do it. But the other thing about the tinkerer is tinkering's a good name for it, because this is let's get out of here, shop. Don't want to upset the peasant. It's not really a proper craftsman, okay? Is that really the most efficient way of doing it? Can't you? Okay, fine. We'll put another box over here. I thought you guys would like use the flag as it's closer, but you seem confused. So let's put a box down here so you can also do some efficient bloody farming without constantly walking over there to drop it off. Anyway, they obviously have a preference for crates. Let's give you a crate as well. Why not? Eh? Why be mean? Why discriminate? You're just standing there anyway, enjoying the sunshine and the birds. Anyway, so this not really a proper craftsman. Okay, makes some bits and pieces. Doesn't really. He's not doing an expert job. Okay, so if I want, for example, over here, he's making planks. One of the things he's doing, he's making shot at the moment, but makes planks. He's not really very good at making planks. A bit slow. We want a professional plank maker. We'll have one of those later. But the tinker is sort of the base point at which everything else stems out from. We can't do it ourselves. Oh, the tree's grown because it's. You right now? You enjoying yourselves? Why they keep their little legs for? They're going to sleep. I never noticed that. Oh, this is getting comfy. No snuggle, no spooning. Okay, now if you want a spoon, I've put you out in the wild. It's pretty a bit chilly at night. You've got no cover over yourselves. You want a spoon? Go ahead, guys. I don't mind. I won't say anything. I won't shame you. So yeah, we'll get actual defined craftsmen later. But for now, the tinkerer is essential for building these. And one of the things we might have built. Let's put this copper away. There we go. We don't need this stuff in our inventory. What we need... Have you made it yet? You've made some tools. You've not actually made a miner yet. No, you haven't. You've made some bullets, though. I might have those in a minute. You've not gotten very far yet. Can't see a darn thing. So, over here you'll see that the tinkerer actually makes miners, which I presume is they make the miner. They make the miner. Oh, they make it from planks. That's why. So they're making the planks first. Where there's some planks in inventory. Then they're going to use the planks to make the miner. Once we've got a couple of miners, they can actually do the stone job of harvesting themselves. But right now we're a bit stuck. We're in the slow period. It's starting up. Probably what I'll do soon is I'll probably build a little house, at least like a little lean-to for these guys, and then we'll slowly expand out from here. So, for example, what we could do is put a little spot over here, and we can put a miner down here. Now, what I was alluding to earlier was the fact that when I was digging up the copper, I was ripping it out of the ground and destroying the block. When you make a miner for stone, just put a person here or something like that, or a miner for copper, then they don't destroy the block. They constantly harvest resources from it. There's infinite resources. Oh, that's nice, clay. They infinite resources can be harvested from these blocks, okay? Which you might think, that sounds a bit cheaty, doesn't it? Infinite resources. But it takes some time. And how good their tools are makes a difference as well. So we're going to have to improve upon that. But for now, we've got a little space down here. We can have a miner for clay. We can have a miner for copper. And if we go a bit deeper, we've got a miner for stone to make stone work. If we go a bit deeper, we need to look for iron. That's not a good place to dig out here, is it? I don't really want to dig. Oh, we've got some copper already. Look, clay already. Look. Let's find a. Let's see if we can find some iron. Aha! I think it's iron. It's not a great differentiator. It looks rather a lot like copper. I'm pretty sure the blobs are bigger and they stick out a bit more. I think this is supposed to be iron. Of course, we want iron later for tools. We're not going to put a miner on here now. I'm just doing a bit of pre-work so that we know. You know, we know what we're resources we need for later. So there you go. That's the starting of our colony, colony survival. We'll see how it gets on. As I say, after a little while, I've only done the very first part of the tree. I haven't actually got to the point where things start to get nasty and bad things start to turn up and start harassing us. But hopefully that should be soon, and we'll see how big a colony we get before I make some terrible mistake and it all gets wiped out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, and I hope I'll see you again next time.